everybody. I'd like to welcome you guys to the first ever Mansion SMP interview. Thank you for attending. Everybody who attended live, go ahead and give them all a shout out. All right. Thank you for coming to the brand new Mansion SMP studio. Thank you guys for, being here, of course, in the Mansion SMP. Lore starts November 25th. Today we are going to be interviewing the one and only Hyperrtsuki. If you can help me welcome him and escort Floof to the stage.
Hello.
Hello, Hyper.
Hi.
Hi. Make
Oh,
sure. Yeah, okay.
there we go.
Okay. So, how are you doing today, Hyper?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I'm just excited for all of us to be here.
Yeah.
We hope you guys do tune in for the next interview, which will be the one and only Siren coming soon. We don't know when yet, but we will at some point.
At some point, it'll be soon, maybe, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, for those of you on stream who don't know, I'm Puff, and of course that's Hyper. All right. Is there any opening remarks that you would like to say before we get started?
Um, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm just ready for whatever you have for me.
Okay, okay. Um, so my first question for you today is, were there any characters or people who inspired your character?
Oh my, okay. Uh, so I made my character really late. So my character, of course, his name is Hyper, because I think it would just be the easiest to
Right.
differentiate. But I took a lot of inspo from Mist and uh, actually Owls and then your character
Oh yeah?
because it's just Owls with the cryptid, except I did more like an Eldritch thing for mine, except no one really knows that. I'm just kind of like an
Right.
entity,
Yeah.
but for Mist it was more of just like the oh yeah, I can be a hybrid and stuff like that. Like that for some reason that like reminded me that that was a thing I could do. And then yours, of course, you were just a big lore inspo that I have because you're helping me out
Oh.
with that a lot.
Uh, why don't you give everybody like a short description of like your character and then a little bit of lore?
Okay, so I haven't quite written out his lore too well, but basically he is an eldritch being that came from a different plane of existence, which is technically just a different server that shut down a while
Um,
ago. So he's more like he basically grew up around conflict. So he comes here in hope that everything will be okay. So if there's ever any problems here, he will stay strictly neutral and will not get involved.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the lore is basically he owns a tavern that people can go to, uh, and
Okay.
that's a strictly like neutral ground for people. So like even if you're enemies, you can go there, and there's rules not to fight. And if you do fight, then he will kick you out or kill you, either or.
It's a very pretty tavern too, I might add.
Thanks.
Yo. Uh, so your skin is your character.
Yep. He's a mushroom hybrid. So this is probably gonna be a temporary skin for a little bit because I want to revamp it before lore starts or like after lore. But it's basically the general idea. He's just a mushroom hybrid where got the cow horns that come out of the side of his head, and he
Oh
actually
yeah.
has he has mushrooms growing in his hair. I haven't added
That's
that yet though.
so. Uh, My next question for you, what was going through your mind when you were writing your lore?
Mm, I'd say a lot of things and a lot of nothing at the same time. It was more of I have a it was more of brain empty, but I'm inspired to do something, so I'm just gonna write words and see how it goes. And
I'm sure
I
a
guess
lot of us can relate.
yeah, and I've just been really into just horror things recently, so I'm like, what if I add at least a little bit of that to my character? Because I think that will make me a lot more interested to like contribute to stuff like that. Because
Oh yeah.
I tend to have trouble getting inspired to actually like participate in things when I'm not like interested in what I'm making. So I tried making it as interesting to me as possible.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want to like get into lore that just straight up not be interested in your
Yeah.
own character. I imagine that wouldn't be too fun.
Well, in the Discord, I'm Walmart Connor, so I guess that's also kind of an inspiration to my character because I'm just gonna kind of be there all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, wait, hold on. So I know you were telling me that your character was connected to the Blood God since the Blood God's temple is nearby your house.
hmm
Uh, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, okay. So the Blood God for here is creator of um hybrids and stuff like that, and the hybrid
Yeah.
races. So there's that inherent connection there. But then going a little deeper, he's not, my character is not very religious, I'd say, because in the past he's dealt with too many people playing God instead of actual gods. So he's more
Oh,
wary around the idea because he doesn't want to go through that again. Because, people playing God, they get mad with power and stuff like that.
yeah.
So he's more wary about it. But the Blood God Temple is actually like maybe like a 5 minute walk from his tavern. So he ends up going there sometimes just to check out the area. And he feels like some form of connection when he goes there, and he's not sure why, but he feels a connection to the temple, and then to use like your character specifically, and that's going to be part of his storyline. Is he's just going to be trying to figure out like what that's all about.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like you've got some pretty interesting stuff planned out.
I would hope it would be interesting. I'm trying my best.
Yeah. All right. My next question for you is what all are you looking forward to in the server, like events or in lore or just anything?
Well, we have the Dragon Slaying coming up, which is not canon, but it's just a
Nope.
fun little server event we have happen in a few hours. So I'm excited for
Yep.
that. Um, I honestly just really like seeing a lot of people online. Like even
Me
if it's
too.
not for lore purposes, like for so long like it was just me alone on the server for a while because well, it didn't help that I was on at like ungodly hours of the night. But it's just nice to see like the servers actually lived in.
Yeah. The engagement's really, really nice. I'm really glad, especially for everybody, out in the audience. Thank you guys for being here again. I got everyone waving. Okay. Um, so Lore is coming up on the 25th. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty okay. I'm still trying to plan out what my initial lore is gonna be because we have something planned out, but I don't know when I'm gonna make that happen.
Oh yeah.
But I think mine. So we have like seasons, right?
Yeah.
So we have seasons for lore. I don't know if I'm gonna be that big of a like lore group person in season one, but maybe when season two comes around, I'm gonna have more interaction with other people. So like
Oh
I
yeah.
think this season I'm gonna try staying like mysterious so people look at me and go, "Oh yeah, he's here," and then they're just not gonna know what I do. But
Ooh,
I'm just gonna be that
mysterious.
guy.
Yeah. Um, that is, I believe, a little bit of lore spoiler. I think season two, like towards the end, is when our characters actually marry
Oh yeah,
in the
true, true.
yeah.
We still need to build up to that though. Right
Yeah.
now I'm not sure they really know who each other are.
No, not at the moment, no. So, for those of you that don't know, of course, everybody has relationships within the server. Like people adopt each other, people are brothers and sisters to each other, people marry each other, and so that's what, a lot of us are doing for lore. Our characters at some point towards the end of season two will probably be married, and that's gonna be some really cute hurt comfort. So I hope you guys are
Yeah.
ready for that, because I definitely am. All right. So this is probably piggybacking off of that previous thing, but the next question is who all do you have lore planned with?
I know I have lore planned with you,
Yeah.
which then I think has me connected to a bunch of the other server. So
Oh
like
yeah.
I think I'm indirectly connected to a lot of people, and since my tavern's gonna be like neutral grounds, I think it's just anyone who's interested in doing lore with me, it'll be like they can reach out to me and I'll be down. Like I'm not picky or whatever. Like shout out if anyone wants to do lore with me. Like any like angst angst in my tavern at like 2 a.m. There you go. I'm throwing that out for you.
Sounds like everyone's gonna have a lot of opportunity to get to do lore with you, especially since it is going to be a neutral ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so that kind of answers the next question that I have was how connected to others' lore is yours? Which was the
Uh,
next question. If there's anything else you want to say.
well, I can be as connected as anyone wants me to be.
True.
So it's if they want me part of it, then I'll be part of it. If they want me to only have like a small cameo, then I'll do that. It's just I like adapting to other people
Right.
because I think that's a lot easier and a lot more fun than trying to like create something completely myself, you know?
Right, yeah.
So I think adapting to that will take a lot of stress off of me and I think make my already good friendships with the people here even stronger because I'll be able to like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Also for those of you on stream who don't know, the Mansion SMP is of course a role play server um based off of like every member is a fic writer or knows fic writers uh based off of other, Minecraft roleplay. And so the SMP is located in the Discord, the Writers Mansion, where we have a bunch of writers that have come together and we're all just, a big happy family. And so we're all gonna have, a lot of fun. We are all friends, even if we stab each other in the face, we are all still friends, I promise. Uh,
It's all in good liveliness.
it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Well,
But
you're right there. That's a little. Oh, also my character can only canonically see out of one of his eyes.
oh
So this is the first variation of the skin where he has an eye patch. But
yeah.
I didn't know if I wanted to keep the eye patch in there. So I think I'm just so right now his design is just his bangs cover his eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um I have one more question, and then those of you in the audience and on stream, you guys are free to ask any questions, but we'll do one at a time. We have our wonderful producer, Peace, watching all three of our chats. And so if you have questions, Peace will say, okay, you go, or okay, you go, or we'll read us some questions from the chat today. So if you have questions, have them ready. My last place, or my last question is, what place beside your home is your favorite place on the server?
Um, so I do a lot of traveling. I'm
Oh yeah.
actually, yeah, I'm not at my tavern a lot. Like, I have a huge storage system there, but I'm actually not there a lot. Like, only recently, because I've still, like, tried building things around it to make it ready for the 25th. But,
Yeah.
I think Spawn is a really nice place to be. Like, it might sound cliche, but it's just, I think it's just amazing to just walk around Spawn and then go through all of the other paths that, like, offshoots it and just see everyone's builds.
Yeah.
I think that's just so cool. Because then
Yeah.
everyone has, like, such a different building style, and it's like, it inspires me to then add some of that into my builds or gives me ideas for more things. I think it's just so
Yeah.
cool.
I really like that too, that there's just kind of a spider web of paths just leading from the spawn temple that we do have. The spawn temple, by the way, is what was in the thumbnail. And so for any of you guys who did see the thumbnail, that is actually spawn temple. I really like that we do have the courthouse there, which actually leads me to another question. What was the inspo for your banner that you have?
Okay, so my banner, which is on my shield here.
Very
Um,
nice.
so I was initially gonna do something red to match like the mushroom type
Yeah.
thing, but I couldn't figure out anything that would work very well with it. So instead, I was like, well, his tavern is built on ruins that he repurposed, and there's
Hmm.
gonna be like a lot of foliage and moss around. So then it'll be like kind of like a tie back into the nature that he's reclaiming, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And it's just I didn't like. I mean, I think it. I mean, it's pretty simple, but the colors, I think it just looks nice. That's the majority of the reason why I did it is I think it looks nice, and then the cape that he has on is made out of moss. So I was like, maybe if I tie back some colors to that, it'll look
That's
good.
adorable. I really like that. All
Yeah.
right. I think that's all the questions I have for you. Peace, we can start taking audience questions now. So,
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. If you don't feel comfortable talking, you can just put it in text and I'll read it out for you guys.
If not, then that's good. That just means I've done a good job explaining things.
if you do
Brain,
have a question, you can just go ahead and go.
yeah, brain rotting with my voice is a lot harder than brain rotting over like text. So I get it.
Um, bruh. We got some conflicts going on in the let's bring it back towards us.
And it seems like it's devolved into chaos.
Oh lordy, okay. Bruh. Anybody have any questions? Oh
Anyways,
god. I will ban all of you. Stop. Okay.
what is going to be my? Okay, sorry. Peace, you can read it. Okay. Let me see.
Loom asks Hyper, what's gonna be your favorite part of lore?
I think the designing part of it, like, I mean, acting it out and everything will be fun, but I just like how much thought goes into everything and how much work everyone's putting into their own characters. I think that just, I don't know, something about that just is so cool to see. And it's like, yeah, acting out lore is going to be fun, but I think my favorite part so far has been the planning of it.
Yeah, that's also really, really fun. I mean, we are in a Discord full of writers, and so brain rotting is what all of us do best. We will literally be up at like 2, 3 a.m. just brain rotting random stuff.
Hmm. And you listen to that one song that really gets you inspired.
Oh, yeah. There's another question, it looks like.
And our next question is, do you approve of the chaos?
Asked by
In the,
Jackie.
I mean, I guess it's pretty funny to watch. I mean,
Not even gonna mention earlier.
chaos is pretty fun, but I mean, we have to have some order. That's why. Okay, we have a courthouse, so if anyone breaks the rules here, then you're probably gonna end up there sooner or later.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of word from the wise here.
Yeah. Next question. How about that weather, huh?
What the weather? It's actually been pretty cold here. Not even gonna lie.
Oh,
Loom asks, are you excited?
Of course I am. I think we've all put so much work into this. It's just like
oh
I
yeah.
think it's hard. It would be hard not to be excited.
Yeah. Oh,
Asks, what's your stance on creepy behavior?
oh.
Like what do you mean like creepy? Like um oh yeah, I freaking love your character, dude. Like um so I don't know how to put this into words. Is like when I think of yes, I think that's pretty cool because then like characters like that tend to know a lot more than people think. So then if they ever and of course I don't think your character speaks English, but if they ever like get involved, then they'll just know all of these facts about just everyone.
Oh.
Floof asks, do you like murder in game?
Um, Floof just pulled out Voi's crossbow as that question was asked. I'm a little worried. No, but I think it's fine.
Hey, look, I have one too.
Loom asks,
I don't like. I'm not opposed to it, as long as it's well, like consensual killing, but
Yeah.
all in good nature or
Consensual.
in storyline tense. Then yeah.
Yeah.
Loom asks, whose other lore not part of yours are you most excited on seeing?
Um, I'm really excited to see Looms and their group, and then
Okay.
um Clay's because like Clay brain rotted for so long about his lore. I'm so excited to just see how that goes. Because I've just heard so much about it.
Serenity asks, what would you say on your stance on morals is?
Morals. She has a I don't know.
It's just chaos.
Absolute chaos behind us. There's now arrows in the wall.
Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there.
No, it's fine. Well, there we go. But yeah, the audience really is committing murder. That's okay.
Yeah.
But morals for my character, I think, are pretty gray. Since he comes from like a server where everyone kind of did him dirty, he's like, all right, well, I don't want to do that to other people, but if someone does it to me, then I'm just gonna do it right back to them now.
Yeah.
So he's pretty just chaotic neutral, I guess.
That was what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask you what your alignment was.
I'm pretty sure chaotic neutral is what I decided on. I'm trying to think. It's neutral something. I forgot where I put my notes, but it's in my notes somewhere. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
uh,
I would like if it's, you mean true neutral?
True neutral, yes. Thank you.
hey, me too. Next question. Everyone just kind of froze. Guys, that's not kindergarten. Stop hitting.
Like a deer in headlights.
Pip asks, how long did it take for you to come up with your character lore? Did you procrastinate a lot?
Oh yeah, I definitely procrastinated a lot.
Everyone on the server completely said.
Oh,
To be
chaotic
completely
good.
fair.
Oh, thank you for pulling that up.
Oh, thank you, Owls.
So, standing is chaotic good, and I did in fact procrastinate making my character quite a lot because I had the idea because I was like, oh, I want to be like a mushroom hybrid, and then I just kind of sat down at my computer and stared at my screen and said, what now? Like what do I do now? And then of course
That's a
it
mood.
goes into the oh, I need to make a reference sheet for him. So then it was like, okay, now I need to draw him. So then it was even more procrastination, but I got there. I got there.
Next question. That does not have to do with murdering your other fellow audience members. Are there any questions on stream? Oh,
We have no questions on the stream. Floof asks, what is your favorite weapon?
I know like an axe is probably the best PvP weapon, but I really like bow and arrow. I'm a good bow and arrow guy. Like I haven't gotten the achievement for like shooting that skeleton yet because I haven't had the like I haven't had the distance to be able to do it.
yeah.
But I think bow. I think I've always been a bow and arrow fan. Like even when I was playing Minecraft when it first came out, like this was always my go-to weapon. Especially when it used to just be a machine gun where there was no like load up to it. It was just like keep hitting the button and it goes. I think that's what really got me hooked on it.
Serenity asks, do you like waffles?
Yeah, I think waffles are pretty good. Uh, over pancakes, it depends on my mood. I'm neither a pancake nor a waffle guy. Just whatever is sounds good at the moment.
You know what? That's fair.
Owls asks, who is a character you're excited to work with that you're not close to?
Well, I don't really quite know who I'm going to be working with now that I'm not close, like who I'm not close to, because I've only really gone over like lore with like these two people and Blue, and maybe like oh yeah, Loom is waving to me. I guess I'll wave back. So not quite that close to Loom, but we're like practically neighbors. So I'd be so like that would make me excited. That excites me.
By the way, all the people you on stream are seeing in the audience, most of them are going to be interviewed. whoever wants to be interviewed in that audience is going to be interviewed in the future. At as we are right now, we have 5 people scheduled for interviews, and those are just mods because we are going to be doing the mods first. But after that, we're going to be doing, a lot of interviews, and so every member who wants to be interviewed is going to get interviewed too.
Yeah, after that, it's completely free reign.
Yeah.
Loom asks, lore-wise, how's angst levels?
So, lore-wise, my guy kind of feeds off of other people. He kind of takes the empathetic to like the extreme, but only with negative emotions. So if people are feeling negative emotions around him, he'll also feel them. But his angst story is only really his backstory. I don't think there's going to be much angst in his actual, like, current day unless something calls for that. So it's pretty moderate to low for angst levels there.
That's good because a lot of the other people on the server have like unbelievable angst levels, and so it'll be a nice
Actually,
from people dying and getting like kidnapped and all that fun stuff.
yeah, like I have an angsty drawing that I've been planning out for him, but that's about like that's again it's just his background. It's not like current day.
Yeah.
Pip asks, got any possible crack injected in your character lore plan for funny moments?
I haven't quite planned out for any like funny moments. I just kind of like if they happen, they happen. Um, he has a few quirks here and there. Like he's very deadpan and logistical. So usually uh like metaphors and stuff like that will go right over his head. Like he just won't understand, so he'll take them quite literally. So then maybe that could be kind of like a joking part, but
And Loom asks, are you a villain or nah?
he's not really much of anything. He's very neutral in his stance point. He doesn't like taking sides. Just kind of goes along with whatever everyone else is going along with, but staying his own person.
Cool. All right. Any more? Any more questions? Awesome. Well, it looks like that's all the questions that we have today. We can give the audience another real quick shout out since some have come, a little bit later in the stream. Everyone say hi to YouTube. You okay?
No, Floop's ankles just broke. That's okay though.
For real. Pip says hello YouTube. Yes, RIP, everyone. Let's get some 07s in the chat. Oh. These are some of the members of the Mansion SMP that you guys will see in future interviews and future streams. Lore-wise,
These are the people that have
crack-wise.
angsty lore.
Yes.
Currently killing each other. Well, okay.
I'm gonna get blown up. That's gonna be so fun, man.
So true.
I know. Okay.
I think that probably about
My
wraps it up
brother.
then. It's such a tragic end. We had a death in the stands. That's okay though.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a sneak peek of the lore. Okay. So, I guess that's all the questions that we have. I'd like to thank everybody in the audience for coming out and not for killing each other. Thank you everybody in the stream for tuning in. Special thanks to our producer Peace, who kept an eye on the chats for us.
Yeah, thank
To
you.
Floof for being the escort today. For all of you guys for asking questions. To a special thanks to Owls for being our cameraman today.
Absolutely
And I
goated
guess
today.
yes.
Let me just
Any
say.
closing remarks?
No, that's pretty much. I mean, I've said what I wanted to say.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you at the next